How do you actually choose your book idea, especially when you're in midlife and you have a bajillion ideas running around in your head and tons of lived experience that you can take from your brain and put it onto the paper? I'm going to help you filter through that process in this video today. If we haven't met before, my name is Karen Wilson, and this year it's my goal to write and publish 3 more books, and I want to take you along for the ride. Let's dive into it. What I'm speaking of today is a creative nonfiction. So that's what I did here. This is creative nonfiction where I had some lessons, life lessons, that I felt like I really needed to get out and share with the world. But I also had personal stories to keep the reader involved. How do you decide what your topic is? So many ideas, right? The first question that we're going to ask ourselves is, who is this for? Now, describe one person. I'm not going to give you my example of my person that I wrote this book for because it's private. Yours might be private too. It can be as easy as, oh, well, I can't think of anyone that I need to write this book for. So think of something like that was a handbook or something that you wish you had maybe 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 20 years ago. We're going to get even more and more and more narrowed down on this so that when you get to the writing part, there's no blank page. There's no writer's block. What problem is it that you are solving? Any type of book, especially when it's a creative nonfiction, is about solving a problem or taking people through some sort of transformation. Now, the transformation or the problem does not have to be earth-shattering. It can be teeny tiny. A lot of times when I speak about transformation or problem that was solved, there's a tendency to go to the darkest moments, and sometimes those are tough ones to share. And if that's the book that you're writing, that's great. I mean, it does heal the brain. Writing your story and processing it is going to give you all your healing. And let's face it, you can write a book and not publish it. You can write a book just for you. What I want you to get from this series is the fact that you can do this, which is going to open the doors for so many more things for you. Okay, so you've already thought about who this is for. You've already thought about what the problem is or the desired outcome, like the transformation. And I want you to just sit and think, what do you want the person that reads the book? What do you want them to feel? How should they feel when they've put it down? Is it a sense of relief? Is it a sense of empowerment? Really find that word and vision that word. This process that I put together has stages of marination. The marinating is the part where it's going to make things magical happen in your creative process. I don't know how it works, but when you pick something up and you put it down and you walk away and you don't think about it, it gives you the automatic shower effect. So that's built right into my process, and we're going to practice with that today. So here's what I want you to do. We have 4 questions today. I'm going to tell you what the questions are. I want you to set a timer for 10 minutes, then answer 2 of the questions and stop, get up, walk around the house for 5 minutes, and just like breathe, maybe go to the bathroom, maybe get a drink of water or another cup of coffee, and then come back and set a timer again for 10 minutes and then do the next 2 questions. Now, when you answer these questions, I want you to write like no one's watching. Even if it doesn't make sense, even if it all is like rubbish and you're writing stuff like, I don't know what I'm writing, I'm just writing, and I think that I'm all done, but I have to keep going because my 10-minute timer isn't done. Keep writing and thinking about the question that you're answering. You can use your computer, you can use a pen and paper, you can type. I'm a really slow typer, and my husband always laughs at me when I'm typing because he says that I pound on the keyboard and he knows when I'm in the zone by the ferociousness of my pounding. No rules on how you do this except for the timer, the first 2 questions, 5-minute break, timer, second 2 questions. Okay, I'm going to tell you what to do after you answer the questions. What challenges have I overcome? Again, big or small. What were the lessons I learned from those challenges? What were the feelings you remember during those challenges? And what specific result did you get from overcoming those challenges? So you did it. I'm hoping you did it. You told me you were going to do it. I'm going to share with you so that you can connect the dots, my actual work, so that you can get some real life examples. And this is kind of like my messy work. So I had some ideas on my initial book idea was body positivity. You see, that's not the title. What no one tells you about weight loss maintenance. That was like the overall idea that I had. And I started playing with a few titles, but I backed off on the titles so that I could write the book first, which is what I recommend you do too. The number one question was, what challenges have I overcome in my life? Part of my struggle was limited beliefs, obesity, disordered eating patterns, hormonal imbalances, just to name a few. Question number 2, I learned from those challenges that I'm the only one who can control the thoughts that create action, that the things that were making me regain the weight were also the things that took it off. I dove deep into science, self-awareness, and all those places that weight comes from, even holding on to past traumas. I learned how to mute the noise inside my head that was constantly in my head. So those were all the things that I learned from the challenges. Number 3 was, what was the feelings that I remember that surrounded me with the challenges? I was scared that everyone was seeing me gain weight. I felt like a phony when I told others to love themselves as they were, and I knew I wasn't. On the surface, yes, but deep-seated doubts said otherwise. I felt like my DNA was my curse, and I just had to work harder than anyone else. And so for question number 4, what specific results did you get from overcoming the challenges? Is freedom, power, confidence, self-awareness, and unclogging the drain for my potential to help others with my struggles. So that was my work. So once you're done your questions, you've done your 2 10-minute spurts with 5 minutes in between, I'm going to give you the secret sauce. I want you to go for a walk. Here's what speed writing will do with time under pressure. It's going to unlock the subconscious mind, even if it feels like you don't know what you're saying in the moment. Things will just start coming out later. So the next thing that I want you to do is go for a walk at some point today after you've done the work. Ideally, you want to do this like right after your writing session, but it doesn't always have to be. I don't want you to come back to the next step until tomorrow. And make sure when you go for your walk, you bring your phone with you, right? Or something that you can record. Because what happens when you start to unlock the subconscious mind and give it the marination break is you're going to start to get these little slivers of ideas from nowhere. It's the shower effect. And once those start popping off in your brain, more ideas are going to come. This is the magic. The magic is you doing the work and unlocking some of this energy it's been in your body waiting to get onto the page. Your lived experience is very necessary, as I feel that is probably part of your purpose of why you had some of the struggles, because it's your responsibility to share to the next human, right? We are humans sharing human stories. And on this channel, that's what we're going to dedicate 2026 to, is the midlife indie author. That's what I am. And if it's ever been in your cards to be an author, or your desire to be a writer, or to write and publish a book, there's no time like the present. It's not too late, and you're never too old. So if you want to go to the next step, I'll make sure that the next step video is queued up for you, and you can save it to do it tomorrow. Or if you're like bursting at the seams to like have something in your inbox tomorrow morning, you can go ahead and download the 7-day book framework challenge, where you're going to get a full PDF with a step-by-step process, and you'll get to be in touch with me daily, so that in each other's inbox, so that we could flush out these ideas. Because once you get this framework, there's no blank page. All right. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'm really excited to see what you're cooking up, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.